Welcome to today's video on tension, engaged and free singing. You've probably heard some mention of unnecessary tension or needing to relax when we're singing. So I wanted to first address what's the big deal? Why do voice teachers always harp on tension or choir directors always harp on tension? Well, the broader picture is that unnecessary tension makes singing less enjoyable and easeful for the singer and makes the tone less beautiful for the listener. Now, on a more technical level, unnecessary tension can negatively impact your body alignment, your breath, your phonation or creation of sound, your resonance or the quality and timbre of the sound, your registration or the blending of chest, middle, and head voice, and ultimately it can negatively impact dynamic performing. If you've ever seen a rigid, locked up performer, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So unnecessary tension really is, it's almost like poison for singers. And so we really want to be aware of our bodies and aware of tension and work to eradicate tension as best we can. And I want you to know this is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. We're always growing and working on finding more and more freedom. One of the things I want to address with you is that there is a difference between tension and engagement. When we're singing, we're not going to be as relaxed as this kitty. That's not really what we're after. Singing requires effort and engagement. And I think we can all notice really fabulous, talented singers performing. Their bodies are connected and alive and part of the process. They're not just totally relaxed as if they're getting a massage. So I want you to know that there is effort and there is engagement. We want healthy and right engagement. I really like this quote that kind of illuminates this concept, and I wish I knew who said it. I think I learned it in an Alexander technique class. But the idea that I'm trying to convey is the opposite of tension is not relaxation. The opposite of tension is intention. So setting an intention for how you're going to use your body efficiently and effectively. That's kind of what we're after when we're talking about engaged singing. So how do we go about eliminating unnecessary tension in our bodies? Well, first, I think we start with awareness. Build in a habit for noticing your own level of tension every day. One exercise that you may want to do is to kind of pause throughout your day and check in with yourself. Ask yourself, where in your body are you holding tension? Is it in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your tongue or neck, your abdomen, or even your hips? And then just wherever you are, if that's in line at a coffee shop or sitting at your desk, invite your breath to soften those areas of tension. Another exercise to gain some awareness for tension in your body is to lay down on the floor and starting with your feet and slowly working your way upward to the crown of your head, engage and release different muscle groups. So you'll start with your feet, engaging, tightening those muscles, and then relaxing them. So always start with awareness, because if you're not aware of your body and how you're carrying tension, then you're not going to be able to have good intentions for softening and releasing unnecessary tension. Second thing to know about tension is that it's all connected. So your tongue tension is going to be connected to your jaw tension. Your lower back tension is going to be connected to the back of your neck tension. Your knees being locked are going to be connected to the breath release that you're able to get. So we can't really separate one part of the body from the other without taking a look at things holistically as well. So you really need to be reviewing your alignment videos, reviewing your breathing videos to address tension, as well as kind of looking at things more specifically at the tongue and at the jaw. So start with awareness. Remember that it's holistic, that it's all connected. And a good way to address some tension in our bodies is self-massage. And you want to do this You want to monitor this with some of the videos that I've linked. You don't necessarily want to just massage your larynx without knowing exactly what you're doing, but you can massage yourself. You can massage your shoulders, your neck, you can massage your jaw or your tongue, and you can even do laryngeal massage when you're not speaking. So I would encourage you, if you're struggling with some tension in specific areas of your body, to consider employing massage techniques on yourself. And again, I'll link out some videos for you in the description of the YouTube video. Let's take a look at tongue tension. Now, a lot of the times we think that our tongue is just this little bit right here, but it's actually a rather large muscle. You can see it here. It's a large muscle. And so if you want to kind of feel that whole area underneath your jaw, that's all your tongue. And so as you're kind of feeling that area, if you notice that it's a little bit sore to touch, then that probably means that you have some tongue tension that you're going to want to start dealing with. And tongue tension is kind of a tricky bear because the tongue actually rests on top of the hyoid bone, which is connected to your larynx. So tongue tension really can drastically affect your singing. It affects your registration, your resonance, the quality of your phonation. It affects your high notes. It affects ease of singing, and it also affects how easily you can articulate. So if you ever hear a singer whose words you can't quite understand, chances are they're probably experiencing some type of tongue tension. And our goal for tongue tension is for our tongue to be released and flexible for easy articulation. We're not after any kind of rigidity in the tongue area. And an important thing to note is that if your breath isn't releasing in a gentle, consistent stream, right? So if your breath isn't releasing in a gentle, consistent stream, like our hiss, then your tongue is most likely going to grab because it's trying to support the sound. So again, if you're experiencing a lot of tongue tension, check in with your breath. Now, a good way to become aware of and eradicate tongue tension is to just massage the tongue. And you can do this when you're speaking, when you're singing. You can do this when you're just out and about, but massaging that area, remembering that it comes to the sides here as well, not just directly under the chin. Massaging the tongue is a great plan of action. You can also do a tongue stretch. And this is where you stick your tongue out for 30 seconds, as far as it'll go, and you slowly retract. And you can do this as many times as necessary to kind of feel a little bit of release in that area. This next one, where we place the pencil underneath our tongue, is a bit extreme. And you want to be careful that as you're doing this one, you're monitoring for jaw or neck tension while you're doing it. But it can be very helpful for persistent tongue tension. Just don't go overboard with it. So you want to take a pen or a pencil, something that's relatively thin, and place it under the tongue and actually sing. And you can do this on any kind of vocalese. You could do this on your song, but it'll look something like this. And you want to prevent the pen or pencil from popping out of your mouth, because that means that your tongue's wanting to retract. And then we can do some exercises to promote flexibility in our tongue. I love this one from Country Singing 101. You'll just stabilize the jaw. Gai la, gai la, gai la, gai la, gai la, gai la, gai. It really addresses the front, the back, and the middle of the tongue. This next one is great if you're interested in a bit more of a tongue stretch. You'll open your jaw slightly wider. Le, le, la, la, la. Or you can just do le, le, la, la, la. Stretching the tip of the tongue from the top teeth to the bottom lip. Our next area of tension is the jaw. Now, we want to map the movement of the jaw correctly. So we don't want to think of the jaw as opening down only. Our jaw actually unhinges down and back to open. And this is basically what we're doing when we're chewing. So if you can kind of chew gently, you'll be able to feel that slight downward and backward motion of the jaw. And this is what we want when we're singing. We want our jaw to unhinge down and back. And again, we want our jaw to be released and flexible for easy articulation. Your jaw has to move to pronounce some consonants, so we never want things to be stiff or rigid or fixed, but we also don't want our jaw to be jutting forward, right? So some ways to address jaw tension are to massage that whole jaw area while we're singing, to hum and chew. And then you could move that into vowels if you'd like. And we can actually place our finger behind our top teeth and sing that way to prevent our jaw from jutting. La 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 la. All right, neck tension. So I want to reiterate, tongue, jaw, and neck, they're all connected. So if you're experiencing tension in one of these areas, it's probably going to contribute to the neck, the jaw, or the tongue. They're going to feed into each other. So some good ways to monitor neck tension are to sing upside down, to sing while turning your head slowly from side to side, la 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 la, to sing while imitating a bobblehead, la 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 la. You can also sing while you're laying down, and you can experiment with being face up or face down while you're doing that and see which one releases your neck the most. And you can sing while massaging the back of your neck or carefully the sides of your neck. You don't want to massage the Adam's apple or larynx while you're singing, but you can massage off to the sides of your neck. Next, we want to talk about face tension. So our lips can actually pull down, which can contribute to tongue tension, or they can be overly rounded or overly shaped, which can also contribute to tongue tension. So we really want the lipstick part of our lips to be pretty soft. They aren't going to be overly tight in any way. And you can employ this by placing a finger on your lips and massaging gently while you're singing. La 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 la. Or even doing some lip trilling can help release tension at the lips. Our forehead can be a major culprit when we're singing, if you ever sing like this. And the problem with singing like this is that it actually can contribute to tension at the back of the neck. And it's also just not very pleasant to look at. So we want to massage that area while we're singing, or even just watch it in the mirror and invite it to release. Now I wanted to show you guys an example of healthy engagement. So this will be a place where you'll actually put in some effort. You're not going to focus on releasing. You'll put in some effort to slightly lift at the balls of your cheeks. This is an area of facial engagement that makes just fabulous changes in people's tone quality as it helps to lift your soft palate. And it's kind of like an inner smile sensation. If you think of a soft smile with your eyes, that's what we're after. And here's a fabulous picture of Dietrich Fischer-Dieskau, who's a legendary German baritone. And he does this fabulously in his singing. He has this inner smile always, or almost always. Okay. So here's some resources, and there's actually one more video from a vocal ped that I have not added to this slide that I will include in the description. And yeah, happy singing.